lovely to have your company on this fabulous Feel Good Friday. And it's me, Sharon Hartley, chatting with you until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Now, there's a theory that if everyone in the world were to give a quick tidy to the place they live, in time the whole planet will become a much better place to live. But one local environment group based in Preston with big ambitions has already been in action, making a huge difference in places from their local canal to a burger bar. To tell you more about it this morning, I am joined on the show by Michael Balshaw, who is from Plastic Free Preston. A very good morning to you, Michael.
Good morning, Sharon.
How are you?
I'm feeling good, thank you.
Excellent stuff. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. It is lovely to have you on the show today, Michael. First question, what is Plastic Free Preston? What do you do?
Well, we first chanced upon this organisation when we attended an event on Preston Marina. It was Surfers Against Sewerage. Okay. And we sort of got involved through that, really. And it's actually a movement throughout the country. The last time I checked, there was 786 plastic frees throughout the UK. And I think it's Esme Fairbairn Foundation run this, and they sort of do seminars and support us in so many ways, you know, so we're not alone, you know.
So, without wanting to ask a really daft question, is that your aim, to have a plastic-free Preston?
Well, we can be idealist, but we've got to be practical as well, and unfortunately there's a tremendous amount of plastic that comes through Preston, down the river, you know, and disposed of out of cars as they pass through, and so on and so forth, you know, and it's an uphill battle, really, to keep a lid on it, really.
So tell me about the litter picks that you do in the Preston area, Michael.
Well, we primarily do along the river, and to give you an idea of the extent of the problem, 3 of us collected 54 sacks, and they were big sacks full of plastic and polystyrene in less than 2 hours.
No.
You know,
3 of you?
3 of us, yeah. There was that much. It was just unbelievable, you know. And
that is incredible. And what sort of things?
To go down on the next high tide. And of course it gets into the food chain, because polystyrene breaks up into tiny beads when it ages. And this isn't good, you know. People should be thinking about the fish they're eating and you know, besides the untidiness of plastic all over the place, you know.
Michael, in those 56 sacks that the 3 of you collected, what sort of things are you collecting along the way? What sort of rubbish, bits of plastic? What is it? Well,
people might think litter picking is a rather boring pastime, but it's far from it. You never quite know what you're going to pick up. 2 weeks ago, we one of our pickers found a machete in a local park, and a knife, and the magnet fisher actually found a gun.
Good grief.
All in the same afternoon.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? And just tell me about that, about magnet fishing as well. That sounds like it could actually be really interesting.
Well, that's not really part of our organisation. It was just a freelancer, really.
Oh, I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's you, and who else does this? Because only three of you managed to collect 56 bags. Surely there must be more of you doing this.
Yeah. It was actually on an afternoon when the weather was a bit iffy, and at the last minute, 3 of us decided to do it.
Yeah.
But normally we get in excess of 20 people turning up. We've had as many as 29, which can be a nightmare sometimes. We've had people, like we had an asylum seeker from Costa Rica who'd cycled all the way from Walton Dale to pick up litter left by lazy Prestonians. And then we had a lady who's claimed, she was a German lady, and her claim to fame was that she'd gone to university with members of the Baader-Meinhof terrorist group. So
well, there's all sorts involved, isn't there?
Yeah, it's never boring.
I can imagine. And how do you get on when, like, you know, the weather predicted for this weekend, Michael, it's going to be beautiful. Does that increase your workload? Do you find that there's more to do. The more people are out, more people enjoying the sunshine, and people don't take the things home. It's a bit of it's a relentless problem, isn't it, county-wide?
It is. We do set up litter heroes in their locality. Like there's a lady who lives near the Bull Nose, and that's a real hotspot for litter. And we set them up with litter pickers and bags and hoops, and they just freelance. They go out for the daily walk, and they just pick up litter in their own area. And then we have the big, group litter picks, usually on a Sunday afternoon, and primarily along the canal or round the marina, and sometimes down the riverbank.
Michael, you're doing a fabulous job with Plastic Free Preston. If anybody would like to get involved in your group, help you out, or find a little bit more information about what you do, where can they find that?
Well, it's on Facebook. There's several Facebook sites. There's Plastic Free Preston Southwest, which is how we started, because Plastic Free Preston was run by some other people, but they moved on to university, and we were asked to take over that as well.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon.
You're more than welcome. Thank you. That's Michael Balshaw there, who is from the group Plastic Free Preston. We talk a lot about litter, don't we, here on BBC Radio Lancashire. I know it makes Graham Liver absolutely rage. And it just seems more and more people visiting the countryside. Not everybody's taking the litter home. Groups like Michael's doing an absolutely sterling job. So if you'd like more information, just look them up, Plastic Free Preston. And that was Michael Balshaw on BBC Radio Lancashire. Coming up after the news at midday with Gina, Stephen Lowe is live from his